These things will only go so fast. Once you get the throttle all the way down, that's it. That's all they have. And we explained very well that she has a lot of downforce in her car right now, what she's doing. I think it's going to happen right about here.
Going for the lead, Bertrand Baguette with 12 laps remaining. And we have our 10th different leader, our 22nd lead change.
A race car driver from Belgium.
And I bet the record book he might be the first from Belgium. As there's Thomas Scheckter. He has made his final stop. Remember, he was 9 laps fewer on the availability to go the distance than those two in front of him. I'm checking the speeds for Dario Franchitti. He's running a conservative pace right now at 2:18. He knows that all these cars in front of him have to stop if this race goes
so he's starting to save fuel already. He's trying to figure out from his pits. They're telling him, save as much fuel as you can, stretch it to the end.
Rick, what have you got on Bertrand Baguette?
Well, the first thing you need to remember with Bertrand Baguette is he has not raced since last year. He has not been in the series this year. He came back to run this race and got back in. However, he's been working with Dallara on a simulator. As a result, even though he hasn't gotten real seat time, he's been in that simulator helping to develop it for Dallara, and as a result, has been getting virtual seat time, which plays well. Now, as you said, he pitted on lap 159. Realistically, running this fast, running this hard, he's not very likely to make it to the end.
Hildebrand has just gotten around Dario Franchitti while we focused here our action on our race leader. So now J.R. Hildebrand, who stopped at the same time with Dario, is in second place. The rookie could inherit the lead. Here comes Baguette. Baguette is coming down pit road. There'll be 3 laps to go this time by, and J.R. Hildebrand is going to have the race lead in a nip-and-tuck battle. Right behind him is Dario Franchitti. Here they come down the front stretch.
And he just did a 2:09. Looks like he's in fuel conservation mode also.
Franchitti, his last lap was 2:01. He is less than a second behind J.R. Hildebrand. 3 laps remaining. Let's go back and show you the pass. It was for second place at the time, and now the 23-year-old rookie is in the race lead.
Only at Indy.
Next time by, 2 laps remaining. Rick, give us an update on J.R. Hildebrand.
Well, let's talk about what happened last year. That's what's significant. Dan Wheldon was driving for Panther at the time. Remember, he pitted early. He saved fuel at the beginning of the stint. As a result, because he saved fuel at the beginning of the stint, Wheldon was able to run fast at the end, at the very end of the race. They've done the same thing with J.R. Hildebrand. He pitted early, saved fuel at the beginning of the stint, so you have it to run at the end, and that's what he's doing right now. Could he be the next rookie winner of the Indy 500?
His last lap was at 2:16.
Well, Scott Dixon has gotten around, and so has Dan Wheldon. Dario Franchitti is 4th, so his chances look like they have faded for the year. Here comes J.R. Hildebrand, this time by. The white flag is in hand. 2.5 miles.
Come on, baby, bring it home.
Keep going.
The 23-year-old from Sausalito, California. Listen to the crowd cheer him on.
And how fitting for the National Guard car to win if he can indeed do that. Has he got enough fuel to make it to the end?
Half a lap. He's got half a lap to go, and he's the Indy 500 champion.
Panther Racing, oh so good. They finished second here, twice here. They come again through the final 2 corners. J.R. Hildebrand.
Careful of traffic.
He's got to get around the lap. Traffic, 100 years. No! He hit the wall!
Oh, my
Thomas
goodness.
Scheckter.
Keep
Just
your
like
foot on the
Scheckter.
gas.
Dan Wheldon is going to win the race.
Yeah, Dan!
That is unbelievable. Oh, my goodness.
Weldon, after finishing second the last 2 years, wins when J.R. Hildebrand hits the wall coming out of 4, just as Scheckter did in 2000.
What a tremendous finish. What a drive for Wheldon. I've been saying it all day, that outside lane is a...
Susie, I love you so much!
That was Dan Wheldon, if you didn't know. absolutely incredible finish here at the 100th anniversary of the Indianapolis 500. Whew.
Driving for Brian Herta
Stay
Motorsport.
out on the track. Stay out on the track.
He becomes the 9th driver with 2 wins. And while he is celebrating, J.R. Hildebrand is aching inside.
Yeah.
Well done, my man. Well done.
Let's go back and show you what happened.
We talked about being outside the groove, up in the gray. An experienced driver would have just throttled back a little bit and turned around and just got off the gas as you watch Dan Wheldon start to drive by. Look at this.
That's just 2 feet in the wrong place. And it's been happening all day long. He almost won it with 3 wheels.
Can you imagine the feeling that young rookie has?
And here comes the 98 to get past. And look at how close it really was. There is Dan. And there comes Hildebrand coming across the line. And look at the reaction. And John Barnes can't believe it. And neither can the rest of his team. Let's take a look at Dan Wheldon's team. Look at Brian Herta with the headset. On the right-hand side, fist in the air. And he is with our Jamie Little.
He still can't believe it. He just said unbelievable. He was Dan Wheldon's teammate when he won this race the first time in 2005. Brian, how did you convince this guy you guys could do it together as a team?
Well, I don't know exactly how I convinced him, but Dan Wheldon's the best race car driver at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway probably ever. We're so lucky to have him in our car, and we get great support from William Rast and all of our sponsors, and we just won the Indy 500. Can you believe that? I can't believe, I mean, you know, we came here to win, and we kept saying we're here to win, but we actually won.
Brian Herta, second time at the Indy 500 as a team owner. He wins it with Dan Wheldon, and guys, Sam Schmidt's car is the one that goes to victory lane. He will be in victory lane as well. Rick?
Standing by with John Barnes. Yeah, it's your 4th second in a row, but you came so close. What do you have to say about J.R. Hildebrand today?
Well, I think he was incredible. I think he did a hell of a job. The guys did too. I mean, you know, to come here with a rookie guy and his first Indianapolis 500, you know, he'll rethink turn 4 for a long time, but you know, he put us where we were at. You know, he drove the hell out of that thing all day long, and you know, it just was one of those things. You know, we got to hold our heads up high.
When he made that last pit stop, did you think he was going to be able to make it all the way to the end?
He really had to save fuel, and again, I mean, he put us in a position to win. You know, we told him what fuel number we had to get. It was almost impossible to do, you know, but he did it. You know, and so you know, he drove the wheels off of it and stuff. I couldn't be prouder of him today.
John Barnes, once again, a little bittersweet. Yeah, he got second place the 4th time in a row, but oh, what it could have been.
Dan Wheldon, who won this race in 2005, has won it again. Driving for Alzheimer's. His mother has been recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and it has certainly been something that has weighed heavy on the heart of Dan Wheldon. And today, he certainly brings the spirit of his mother to victory lane. She was not able to travel here today to be with him. Remember, Dan Wheldon did not have a full-time ride. He did not have a full-time ride leading into this season. And it's a bit of vindication, I'm sure, for those that would not present him with the opportunity for that full-time ride this season. Tim Manganello, the chairman and CEO of Borg Warner, will place the wreath around the neck of Dan Wheldon. Now, Brian Herta, the team owner, comes in. The tears just streaming down the face of Wheldon. Dan Wheldon is your winner of the 2011 Indianapolis 500, the centennial anniversary victory. Getting a hug from his wife, Susie. What a terrific, terrific win for Brian Herta, Steve Newey, the ownership team. Richard Thomas and Dave Forgey about to present the milk to Dan Wheldon. sweet it must taste. Brian Herta takes a swig. Now his wife Susie comes up. Everybody enjoying the milk here at Indianapolis in Victory Lane. Guys, Dan Wheldon is so emotional, they could hardly get him to be here to drink the milk. We need to get Dan to the front of the car to do the winner's interview. There's so many people that he's thanking. He's so emotional. Dan, congratulations on winning the Indianapolis 500. I know so many emotions must be going through your mind. What did you think when you came around 4 and saw Hildebrand in the wall?
You know, I was just trying to go as hard as I could. I knew it was the last lap, and they said that a lot of those guys were struggling on fuel, and I just kept pushing. You know, I just want to say thank you, obviously, to my wife for the support through being a part-timer right now. So it's a fantastic achievement. To the fans for being here, for Brian Herta and everybody at Brian Herta Autosport that, you know, have just given me such a dream ride, and there's so many other people I want to thank. I want to thank Honda. Honda have always been behind me 110%. There's no organization like Honda. William Rast, I mean, totally my style. It's a great sponsor for me, and I feel like a fashionista, so I'm going to be wearing jeans tomorrow night. I know I'm supposed to dress smart, but I'm going to be wearing my William Rast jeans, and you know, Curb Records, Big Machine Records, Full Size Solutions, IGO. It's been absolutely phenomenal, but I love Indianapolis. I love the people. You know, I love everything about it. The tradition, the history, Firestone. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm not.
Take us back to the moment that you actually saw Hildebrand in the wall and you knew you were going to win the Indianapolis 500.
I just felt a lot of relief. Obviously, I knew it was okay because I could see him moving, but you know, it's an incredible feeling. I've been runner-up the 2 years before this, and I never gave up. I mean, Canard nearly put me in the wall going into 3, which was very, very interesting. But there's a lot of great storylines today, and I want to say hi to my family back home and my mother, and you know, the Alzheimer's Association for giving me the opportunity to represent them. It's just an incredible day.
Congratulations, Dan Wheldon, the winner of the Centennial Anniversary Indianapolis 500.
Taking my kids to Disney, baby. I'm taking my kids to Disney.
You could sense the emotion when he talked about his mom. You heard Vince explain why, and look at that elation as the celebration has just begun for Brian Herta Motorsports and his man, Dan Wheldon, now a 2-time winner of the Indianapolis 500.
Well, needless to say, not a lot you can even ask here, JR. What happened on that last lap?
Man, you know, we were obviously way at the end of, you know, a fuel stint, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna get around Charlie. I knew that the guys behind me were coming, and I thought I don't want to have to stop going through turn 4 and have these guys back up on me. You know, we were super tight on fuel, and so I went to the high side. As soon as I got up there, I just got up in the marbles and, you know, pushed up in the wall.
You're a rookie here at Indy. You got to talk about this experience, what it was like to lead, what it was like to run here your first race and do so well up to the end.
You know, man, like, I owe all of it to this team. This team deserved to win today. They've come in second the last 3 years in a row, and I really didn't want to be the next bridesmaid when it came to us at the end there. You know, if we were running great and we finished 5th and that was the best we could get, you know, that's just what you get, you know. But, you know, we have a chance to win for a team like this on Memorial Day weekend with all the soldiers. We got a bunch of people out here this weekend. You know, I felt like I really owed this to them and this team. And, you know, it's just a bummer to come home second again.
J.R. Hildebrand, I got to tell you guys, after he came out of the medical center, wouldn't stop to do an interview because he said, I want to go talk to my team first. These guys put me here. I need to talk to them.
He'll learn a lot from this.